What's up, everybody? Jordan Stewart here from Vover. Thanks so much for tapping into the Vover original show. Just a reminder that if you want to drop your opinions about the episode or respond to the host and guests with your voice, go and download the Vover app wherever you get your apps. Vover, voice over everything. Enjoyed the show.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Space Jam Week here on Vover. Ben Cruz here, the head of sports programming at Vover, and this Friday, July 16th, 2021, Space Jam: A New Legacy, starring LeBron James, hits theaters and HBO Max, bringing the Space Jam universe back into our lives. The original Space Jam, starring Michael Jordan, hit theaters on November 15th, 1996, grossing over $250 million at the box office. To celebrate the newest addition to the Space Jam universe this Friday, we're celebrating Space Jam Week here at Vover by releasing 5 shows dedicated to the franchise, with the final episode of this series dropping on Friday, July 16th, the day a Space Jam: A New Legacy hits theaters. Our first 3 Space Jam Week episodes are now live on the Vover Pop Culture feed wherever you get your podcasts. As a reminder on how these shows are going to work, similar to Fast and the Furious Week that we did at the end of June, it's not going to be a rewatch pod of the 96 film. We're looking to answer 5 big picture questions about the Space Jam franchise as a whole, all in our typical short form format. So, pop open some Michael's secret stuff. It's time to get sucked into a golf hole while Larry Bird, Bill Murray, and Newman from Seinfeld helplessly watch, and welcome our next guest to Space Jam Week here on Vover. He is one of our Vover Hoops Insiders and thinks he could easily take down Bugs Bunny in a game of one-on-one. He is Ben Lyons. Ben, welcome to Space Jam Week here on Vover.
Some people have compared my combination of height and ear size to that of Todd McCullough. Oh. Remember how he fared in the NBA Finals against Shaquille O'Neal. So
not great, but I think he would have dominated Bugs like I think you would as well. So, Ben, check your room real quick to make sure no Monstars are there to steal your podcasting powers and help us answer the next big question we have lined up here on Space Jam Week. Who would win in a hypothetical matchup between the Monstars and the Goon Squad? Now, there's a bevy of ways that we can look at this and break it down, but off that question alone, just very surface level, what are you thinking? Who are you taking?
Oh, no, this is really easy, Ben. When you look at the Monstars, it's like Daryl Morey's nightmare come to life. This team is completely top-heavy, a waste of size. Patrick Ewing, Sean Bradley, Charles Barkley, Larry Johnson, and Muggsy Bogues. This roster construction is a complete mess. And when you look across the court at the Goon Squad, they're nothing but balance. They got shooters. They got a backcourt. They got size up front. They got a little bit of everything. Dame Dollar, Klay Thompson, NECA, who's a WNBA MVP, and don't even get me started about the GOAT, Diana Taurasi. So that team is well constructed. They play for each other. They believe in each other. The Monstars, however, everybody's out looking for their next contract. There's infighting. There's only one ball and there's 4 forwards. It's a complete mess.
Yeah, the Monstars remind me of the Isaiah Thomas constructed Knicks. It's just all big dudes and one guard who's got to get all these big dudes the ball. So from that standpoint, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This Goon Squad, though, is pretty well balanced. Very 2021 basketball. And it would fit in well in today's game. Now, if we're taking the actual players themselves, right, let's look at it from that standpoint. So we've got on the Monstars side, right, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Sean Bradley, Muggsy Bogues, and Larry Johnson. It's a solid squad over there. On the Goon Squad, as you mentioned earlier, Dame Dollar, Klay Thompson, Diana Taurasi, Nneka Onwuemoke, and Anthony Davis. Now that's a full court game that I would love to see. Are you still sticking with Goon Squad washing the Monstars? And let's to make it all even, let's take all these players like at the peak of their powers. So like
absolutely, I would love to watch Diana Taurasi and Muggsy Bogues square up. I would love that. I would love to watch Anthony Davis see if he can hold his own with my favorite player growing up, Charles Barkley. I know I'm a Knicks fan and I got love for Patrick Ewing. He might be number 2, but I love Charles Barkley. And don't forget, when the Monstars were assembled, this is coming after Barkley's run as the leading scorer on the Dream Team and the MVP in '93. put up 40 and 20 in Game 7 against the Sonics in the Western Conference Finals. But here you have the Goon Squad with the shooting. And you got to think, in space, I would imagine pace and space is a big thing. So Diana Taurasi, Klay Thompson, Dame Dollar, these guys can shoot from other planets away from, that's how deep their range is from the basket. So the Monstars are going to have to pack the middle with NECA and Anthony Davis up front. They can play bigger. Don't forget, Klay Thompson's 6'8". He's bigger than Larry Johnson. So I like the roster construction of the Goon Squad in this one. I think the line that I saw in the Vegas casino in outer space was minus 680. But there's a lot of three-pointers and it's
heavy
action-packed. And and if somebody gets knocked out and sent into orbit, it kind of changes things. But I think it's so much fun for these players to be a part of this in the same way that David Falk was able to construct a team based out of his clients, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. The same thing's happening with Clutch. For the most part, you have a Wasserman client in there and Klay Thompson, I believe, and a couple others, but you got Anthony Davis in there. And I love seeing Rich Paul have his fingerprints on the movie as well.
So I'm with you in that I think the Goon Squad is a much better balanced team, both actual players wise and movie wise. Here's where I'll push back on why I think the Monstars would hold up pretty well in this. As we saw in the first Space Jam movie, not a whole lot of rules on the basketball court. It's very NBA Jam-esque, right? Very physical. You can and that we saw that we saw the Toon Squad basically eat it for basically 3.5 quarters until Bill Murray showed up. So I think the Monstars would just out physical the Goon Squad and basically beat the crap out of them for the whole game. And I mean, I don't know. We don't know yet the secret powers that the actual Goon Squad has, but I even think the actual players, the Patrick Ewings, the Charles Barkleys of the world would rough up Dame. They would rough up Anthony Davis, and it would make for a competitive game. So again, I'm with you on the Goon Squad being the superior team or in this matchup, but I think it would be a lot closer than maybe minus 600 at that Vegas bookie that you saw. Or sorry, the outer space bookie.
Yes, the outer space casino in Vegas. You're right though, Ben. You think about it, availability is a skill set that is not often equated with greatness. And it should be right up there with shooting, ball handling, and help side defense. To be available. The Goon Squad's injury prone. I love Klay Thompson. Can't stay on the court. You think Anthony Davis is going to play 72 games next year? No way. Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. These guys were gamers. Muggsy Bogues. A quick story. His real name is Tyrone Bogues, but he was a fan of a TV show called The Bowery Boys growing up that my father's godfather, Sidney Kingsley, was the playwright of the original Bowery Boys, which became a TV show about and the little leader of the gang, the little kid who was scrappy and shorter than everybody else, was named Muggsy on that show. And Tyrone loved it so much that the nickname Muggsy was given to him, and that's how he's named Muggsy Bogues. I don't know what that has to do with our debate about Goon Squad and the Monstars, but a little fun fact about their starting point guard for you.
Oh no, we're always here for fun facts about Muggsy Bogues. There's never enough of those. But looks like we're on the same page here. We have the same name. We're on the same page for this matchup. But I feel like there's some Monstars stands out there that are going to come for us, and I'm ready for it. So everyone else, let us know who you would think would win this hypothetical matchup between the Monstars and the Goon Squad. And Ben, let's enjoy some Space Jam this weekend. Thanks so much for hopping on Space Jam Week here on Vover.
I'm so glad to be with you, Ben. I'm so glad to be here on Vover, and that the film is called New Legacy, because let's not forget, with all the nostalgia this week and the love of Space Jam, the original is a terrible movie that doesn't hold up when you watch it from start to finish. Thank God Don Cheadle's in the new one. I hope he brings his Don Cheadle-ness and makes it actually a watchable movie.
There we go. Oh, that's a fire take to end the show. Ben, thanks so much for hopping on with me. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
Vover.